What's up, my beautiful people, and welcome back to the coolest channel on YouTube. Today we'll be looking at another interesting and creepy TikToks from around the world. Those of you who haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please do so. Like and subscribe to my channel, and let's build this channel from the ground up. Invite your friends, invite your family, invite your grandma, let everybody subscribe, and let's get this algorithm up. Thank you so much for all the support. Enjoy this video.
Two alien races had made their offers. The Nordics promised peace through disarming. The Greys promised power through technology. For Eisenhower, the choice was clear. He chose power. The Cold War was escalating. Soviet nukes were pointed at American cities. The Nordics' offer sounded idealistic and naive. The Greys' deal promised survival. It was practical. The decision was made in that gray chamber. No ceremony, no handshakes, no documents to sign. The agreement was sealed telepathically, mind to mind. The terms were simple. The United States would get advanced technology and weapons that could end any war. The Greys would provide blueprints, materials, knowledge, and even assist human engineers. In return, the Greys could operate on Earth in secret. They were given federal land to build their own bases, deep underground, hidden from the public, hidden from Congress, hidden from future presidents, hidden from everyone except Majestic 12. The work began immediately. The Greys brought massive tunneling machines that could melt solid rock into glass. They moved silently beneath the New Mexico desert, Nevada, and Colorado. They left no trace on the surface. The tunnels went thousands of feet underground, level after level carved into the rock. Each level had a specific purpose. The upper levels were for human personnel. The middle levels were for joint operations. The lower levels were restricted, Greys only. In the mountains near Dulce, New Mexico, construction began on what would become the most classified facility on Earth. 7 levels deep, each level more restricted than the last. Level 7 was so classified that even the construction workers didn't know what they were building. The abductions also started immediately. People vanished from their cars on deserted highways, from their beds in the middle of the night. The list of names began to arrive to Majestic 12. But the numbers didn't add up. Reports suggested that for every name on the list, 10 more people went missing. And the few abductees who remembered the experience didn't describe harmless exams. They described terrifying, painful procedures. The Greys had lied, but Majestic 12 had no way to stop them without revealing the entire program. But there were witnesses who had no interest in money or power, and they decided to expose the truth.
My name is Carl Wolf, and I was a precision electronics photographic repairman with a top secret crypto clearance in the United States Air Force. I was stationed at Langley Air Force Base in Virginia. In 1965, in mid-1965, I was loaned to the Lunar Orbiter Project at NASA on Langley Field. Dr. Colley was in charge of that project. They had problems with a piece of electronic equipment that was bottlenecking their production of photographs. I went to the facility, and when I walked into the facility, there were scientists from all over the world. I was stunned, actually, to see people at a NASA project from all over the world. It didn't make any sense to me initially. I was taken into the laboratory where the equipment was malfunctioning. I couldn't repair it in the dark. I asked to have it removed. Airman second class was in the dark room at that time. I was also an airman second class. I was interested in how the whole process functioned, how the data got from the lunar orbiter to the laboratory. I asked the young man if he'd describe the process to me. He did. About 30 minutes into the process, he said to me, in a very distressed way, by the way, we've discovered a base on the backside of the moon. And then he proceeded to put photographs down in front of me, and clearly in these photographs were structures, mushroom-shaped buildings, spherical buildings, and towers. And at that point, I was very concerned because I knew we were working on compartmentalized security. He had breached security, and I was actually frightened at that moment. And I did not question him any further. And a few moments later, someone did come into the room. I worked there for 3 more days, and I remember going home and naively thinking, I can't wait to hear about this on the evening news. And here it is, more than 30 years later, and I hope we hear about it tonight. And I will testify under oath before Congress that what I'm saying is
There's so many theories about Area 51. This specifically these 2 videos and bases on the moon. What do you guys think about all of this? What do you make of it? Some things are so hard to believe, but some things are yet also possible if you have an open mind. But tell me what you guys think about both those videos. I got a few alien stuff in this clip, so stay tuned.
Some operations with some super soldiers in England, and it was actually a crash retrieval, but it wasn't a alien ship, it was a Cessna. A Navy admiral was transporting a reptilian in a small Cessna plane to a meeting, and it was shot down, the plane. And we were at the crash retrieval, and it was actually filmed by a member of the SAS.
Okay.
It was filmed from long distance on a long distance camera, and the reptilian and the admiral were launched out the cockpit when it crashed, and a group of tall reptilians turn up in a ship and retrieve the body, and you can see them on the video footage.
Okay,
it's a group of 4. That was on YouTube. Yeah, it's quite a controversial video, but you can see them. They're really tall, like 8 feet tall. Wow. There's some super soldiers, normal size, like about 6 foot, and they walk past and they're about 8 feet tall, big heads, and they've got kind of tight fitting jumpsuits on. You can also see little horns if you zoom in.
Now you're about to hear about Project Terramar. Submarines that turn into yachts, yachts that turn into submarines that can be underwater for up to 10 days. And I bet you didn't know that you can actually go underneath the United States underwater. It's a big floating island. I bet you didn't know that. Stay tuned, check this out.
Terramar also endorsed Migaloo. Migaloo is a company that constructs yachts that can transform into submarines.
10 luxury submarines for billionaires. Can operate as a yacht on the surface and, when desired, can submerge to a depth of up to 985 feet for up to 10 days at a time without the need for resupplying. If you had one of these, you would hardly ever need to set foot on land, but the design of this yacht is intended for purposes beyond a private vacation. Its creators said that it would be ideal for business meetings where privacy is of the utmost concern. It'd certainly be difficult to eavesdrop on what was being discussed on the seabed.
Wow, technology has advanced significantly, but I don't think if I'll ever trust a thing like that. Going underwater, I'm on top now and then I'm back in the water. I'd rather stay on land and be safe. And the other thing is what about this United States being a floating island? Nah, I highly doubt that, but hey, it's just my take.
Elon Musk's grandfather was Joshua Haldeman, who was a bigwig in something called Technocracy Inc., which got shut down. He wanted to create a society in which there were no politicians, there were no elections, there were appointed technocrats and bureaucrats. And he was a big supporter, it seems, of Hitler. The Technocracy Inc. produced a map, what they call a technate, and it went from the north of South America, including Venezuela, Trump is very focused on, Panama, Mexico, United States, Canada, and Greenland, which is kind of extraordinary when you see what's happening with current events. When Technocracy Inc. was shut down in Canada, he went to South Africa, and he's a big supporter of apartheid. Elon Musk, born in South Africa. David Sachs, the AI czar of Trump, born in South Africa. Peter Thiel, massive connections to South Africa and to what is now Namibia. Another guy called Botha, who was related to Pik Botha, the last foreign minister of the apartheid regime. And then they all come together in America, together.
Isn't that a coincidence?
I asked them to tell me about who was flying these things. These airport said fine. They're approximately 5 feet, 4.5 to 5 feet tall. They had one or two of them around it that were 230 years old, and we have a total of at least 18 that exist and operate with our facility as Teller set it up. Now notice the eyes are different, nose are different, but they do have 5 fingers, 5 toes, 2 eyes, and rather strangely enough, I asked him how they communicate. He says, well, it's like this, Boyd. You all of a sudden have a question in your mind. You walk into a room with one of them, and all of a sudden you find yourself giving the answer to your question in your own voice. They're able to use your own voice by telepathy to talk to you. And I said, fine. Now that's how they look front. But when you turn around and look at the back, it's like that. Now notice that they have 3 backbones. They're actually cartilage. Nevertheless, it's a much more efficient system as ours. They also have 3 ribs in their system rather than more. This is also the back side of an alien. Here's a 45-degree look. And here's the back of the head. Notice the veins, and no hair. And now when we talk about aliens, I pushed the issue, and he said, well, there's kind of 2 groups of aliens. Well, he divided them, they divide them into 2 groups. One group he calls, it's like you have a ranch. And you have a ranch and you find that one group are your wranglers that know how to wrangle your cattle. There are others are rustlers, ones that steal your cattle. And indeed, that the 2 groups do act differently. The ones that are wranglers are much more friendly and have a better relationship with us. Here's the other side of the alien too. Now also notice that their feet, where they have 5 toes, the toes are joined together like a frog, and yet they are dissimilar. Now there was a surprising occurrence, and that is my friend had one of them that was a friend, and he died here. And 10 days after his death, I was out visiting my buddy who's in this picture. And if you look very close, you can see that his friend is in spirit form right over his left shoulder. You can also see that the fingers are long, that there is something. We have an expression that basically say when a person dies, they stay around their body for 3 days and then go off, and they basically have the same thing that happens to them. And this is the home planet that they come from, which they call Quintonia. Now notice that the hand, that's an alien hand. Notice that that the fingers are longer than ours by quite a bit, about 30% longer, and that's just the way they're put together.
Well, good afternoon. I'm Jody Wade, Sheriff of Bibb County. I thank all y'all for coming today and help us get some of this information out. Maybe it'll lead to more victims coming forward, unfortunately. I'd first like to thank my team, my Chief Investigator Chris Poole, Investigator Justin Hobbs. They worked tirelessly on this case. I know we haven't been giving out a lot of information in reference to what's been going on, but it's been very busy and a lot of new things come to light. More arrests last night, unfortunately. The case first started in February of this year. The Department of Human Resources had information that there was possible sexual abuse going on at the residence on Aaron Drive. They contacted the sheriff's office, and Chris and Justin immediately responded there, and they were able to determine that, yes, there was sexual abuse of children occurring there. This was occurring in what had been referred to as a bunker. It's actually a storm shelter. When you pull into the driveway, it just looks like a shed where you park cars, but when you go around back, it's actually an underground storm cellars where all these incidences took place. They were able to interview the first suspect, William Chase McElroy, and as a result of that, they located another suspect, Dalton Terrell. He confessed and gave more information that led to it being opened as a human trafficking investigation. After that, new allegations resulted in the arrest of Timothy St. John, Rebecca Brewer, Sarah Terrell, and Ricky Terrell. So as it stands right now, the total number of victims are 10. Unfortunately, we expect more victims to be found. We're looking right now at 7 individuals that have been charged with a variety of horrible crimes. The first suspect is William Chase McElroy. The victim's ranged in age from 3 to 10 years old. His charges are 4 counts of rape first, 6 counts of sodomy first, 6 counts of human trafficking, 4 counts of kidnapping first. And we have mugshots available for you that we'll provide you after the conference. The second arrest is of Dalton Terrell. His charges are rape first, 5 counts, sodomy first, 7 counts, human trafficking, 6 counts, kidnapping first, 4 counts. The third arrest is Andres Velasquez Trejo. His charges are 6 counts of human trafficking, those victims ranging in age from 3 to 15 years old. Next is Timothy Dale St. John Jr. His charges are 2 counts of rape first, 4 counts of sodomy first, 4 counts of human trafficking, 3 counts of kidnapping first, 1 count of bestiality, 1 count of aggravated cruelty to animals. In addition to the animals, the victims ranged in age from 3 to 10 years old.
Like I said before, people like that should take the key and throw it away. You don't deserve to be in the society because you ain't building it, you're breaking it down, and you are hurting our children that can't defend themselves.
All right, man. Let's see. All right. All right, Ahmad. So, stand, kind of put your heads down this way a little bit. Right?
Is any of this going to hurt?
No. Well, all right. So, this should come up. All right. So now, I'm going to walk around you and just scan your body, right?
Yep.
All right. That's an interesting shirt you wore today. Is that the one you're going to wear all morning?
We're in Utah. The Jazz wear purple.
You used to wear a suit.
So did the Vikings.
All right. This is almost over. All right. Hang in there. I got to step back just to get your full body. All right. Is that? I'm almost done. Almost done. You're up. People see you on screen. Don't be so nervous.
I'm nervous about you taking a step backwards. That'll be the end of it.
All right. Smile for a second. Yeah. All right. Got it. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right.
Painless.
All right. I got it. All right. So now, come over here. Let's look at this screen. So now we're going to go back just so you can see this. Go back into that mode now if we're in the app. And now the menu is going to come back up. And so look, we've inserted you in the avatar selection. And then you see where the red is going? You could choose different players.
Yeah.
So then we're going to pick Horton Tucker. And then where Horton Tucker is, so this would be in a live game, you will be inserted into the game. You'll be making all the same movements he was, but it'll look like it's your body.
Does he have my skills?
We'll see.
Okay.
All right, you ready?
Yep.
All right, so go ahead and roll that. There's that shirt.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing.
Where'd you get the idea to stick your tongue out like that?
Yeah, somebody copied me, you know.
Looks like you've been lifting.
That's
Pay attention,
crazy.
boys and girls, because here's something that's going to slide under the radar because nobody really pays attention, I guess, except me. In front of the U.S. Supreme Court today, the Trump administration argued that they can arrest anyone at any time for any reason, whether they're a citizen or non-citizen, and ship them overseas to a prison outside of the United States. Now, they're talking about Venezuela, but they're saying they can do it at any time, anywhere, to any prison in the world outside of the U.S. for any reason they want. And the courts have no jurisdiction to stop them. This is what the Solicitor General of the United States argued in court today in front of the Supreme Court. We told you before the election that Donald Trump thinks he's Putin and wants to be Putin and wants to be Kim Jong-un. You people said we didn't know what we were talking about. This is right out of Project 2025, the white Christian nationalist agenda. And Trump's people argued it today in front of the Supreme Court. You don't believe me? Google it and look it up.
And you know how to spend $31 million a year in salary, and you can't figure out how to make up a $567 a month shortfall. This is a budget problem you cannot solve. Expert on financial statements, and you run a $2.6 trillion bank. I know you're good at numbers, and you've shared lots of opinions recently about how the U.S. should budget its resources, how families should budget their resources. And so I'd like to ask for your help on a problem. I went to Monster.com and I found a job in my hometown of Irvine at JP Morgan Chase. It pays $16.50 an hour. And so I wondered if I could, if you'd indulge me, when you do the math on this and you do the $16.50 out at 40 hours a week for 52 weeks a year, it comes out to an income of $35,070. Now this bank teller, her name is Patricia. She has one child who's 6 years old. She claims the one dependent after tax. She has $29,100. We divide that by 12. She rents a one-bedroom apartment. She and her daughter sleep together in the same room. In Irvine, California, that average one-bedroom apartment is going to be $1,600. She spends $100 on utilities. Take away the $1,700, and she has net $725. She's like me. She drives a 2008 minivan and has gas. $400 for car expenses and gas, net $325. The Department of Agriculture says a low-cost food budget, that is ramen noodles, a low food budget is $400. That leaves her $77 in the red. She has a Cricket cell phone, the cheapest cell phone she...
It's truth. Just like that.
Thank you, Program Master, for those most generous words, and thank you all, brethren, for your kind wishes. Freemasonry, as we have seen today, has inspired countless truly great men and historical figures throughout the ages. But it has also found a treasured place in the lives of millions of ordinary men, encouraging a love of tolerance, freedom, the dignity of mankind, and an understanding of their place in the universe under God.
I'm a little bit nervous for this one. What the hell is going on, guys? The other week I did a video on reptilian shapeshifters. We looked at a few cases, and one of them, the big one, was Billy Corgan, the lead singer of the Smashing Pumpkins, on Howard Stern, saying that he saw the same person shapeshift twice.
I know it happened. In fact, it happened twice.
And you guys were speculating hard in the comments, but one comment in particular led me down a wild rabbit hole, and this person got in contact with me. They are from Chicago. They are a musician. They hang around in all the circles that Billy Corgan was hanging around with, and they know this story, and they told it to me, and I went deep on it, and it all seems to line up, and it took me on a absolute wild rabbit hole into the deep, dark depths of Hollywood. I feel like this stuff is kind of all coming out right now, and that's why I'm going to talk about it. But I won't lie, this is one of the videos that I just feel a little bit kind of anxious to put up. But it comes from a place of wanting humanity to be a better place. So I think it would be remiss of me if I just ignored it. I think That's actually why we're in this mess in the first place. So we're going to run it back. I'm going to take you right back to the start. I'm going to walk you through the investigation that I've gone through. And I just want to say that the video does get pretty dark. So if you want to just find out who the shapeshifter was, you can find out and leave if you want to. But if you want to learn some hard truths maybe about what the hell is actually going on, then hang around until the end. And just to give you a little tip, I don't think we're talking about lizard people here. I don't think this is about reptilians. I think this is something much deeper, darker, and something that has been ongoing for centuries. My name is Josh. Welcome to Polarity. If you're new here, please consider subscribing. I promise every video isn't this dark. And if you're not new here, welcome back. Get a drink, get comfy, because this one is wild.
Eventually people are going to say, what the hell is going on?
A fucking year from now, all of these people will be worshiping me. If I don't die. Just hope I don't die.
He would tell me, like, he would not sleep at night. And he would tell me he hears voices.
Literally, you'd be like, oh, I took LSD and I talked to a spirit that's a demon and told me information about myself, about how long I'm gonna live, that they're gonna come get him at some point. I really didn't like that shit at that point.
And if I end up getting shot and killed for what the fuck I'm doing?
And we were sitting down eating and he was fucking around with the chopsticks. And we were just sitting there and we started talking about kids. He was like, you're gonna be a great dad. So you're gonna be a great dad too someday, bro. He said, no, I'm not. So what do you mean? And he just looked me dead in the eye and he was like, I'm not gonna make it past 21. And then just went right back to fucking with the chopsticks. Like he hadn't said a thing.
According to the CIA, we have superhuman abilities. Watch this.
So the CIA released a document saying the universe is a hologram.
They did.
And basically the document teaches you how to access superhuman abilities as well as use your consciousness to shift your reality. I'm breaking down this document section by section, and this is part 4. This section is pretty short but very interesting because it talks about the use of the HemiSync. What they noticed is by putting people through the HemiSync system, they could have people access advanced states of meditation, maybe some states that would take the average meditator 20 years to reach, and they could have them reach it pretty much in 10 to 15 minutes. And these states would be where the left and right brain come into complete coherence, so much so that it seems like the whole body and the brain and heart come into coherence as well. Which, for anyone who's familiar with Dr. Joe Dispenza's work, he talks a lot about the power of brain and heart coherence. And for those who don't know, hemi-syncing is when you have a different frequency playing in each ear, both between 4 and 7 hertz. And based on what they're saying here, this accelerates your meditative experience and can help you astral travel or astral project much.
What about one recent habit of yours, though? You're posting photos on social media. What about one recent habit of yours, though? You're posting photos on social media.
Si escribes SRSUSA en el buscador ruso yandex.com, encontrarás fotografías de niños muy pequeños modelando.
Listen up, you childless losers! I need you to help me find my kids!
Any of these dumb?
No.
Sorry, kids. I'll place you with your parents. For now, go back to making those little drink cards. You're gonna have to wait. Just ordered a pie for the bar.
Hey, anybody order a pizza?
Give me my baby joy.
Hollywood is sick, man. Sick to the core.
Oh, good, having fun so
Yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah.
You got some good chaos
Yes,
here.
sir. Yes, sir.
Ready to kill it?
Hell yeah.
You guys got to do good in the Fanatics games. We
got to.
Who is it? Who's doing it?
I haven't did the Fanatics games yet. I'm about to do this right here.
You're helping him, right?
I think Speed. Is Speed doing it?
Speed. Yeah, everyone's doing it.
Okay, man. I'm gonna check it out.
Brady's number 1 right now.
Okay, I'm gonna check it out.
Fan is number 2.
Okay, I'm gonna check it out. For sure.
I think Casey Nut knows he should stay away from him. Oh yeah, he knows.
They have spent centuries filling their bellies with human flesh and their pockets with money. But they must realize that that vampire ball is ending. So here is Putin literally just saying this straight, what's going on, and what he's mentioning here, that those Western elites want to freeze the current unjust state of affairs in international affairs, trafficking, and all those things that I'm going to present to you today. So let's go to the video that I came again across yesterday, connecting the dots, everyone.
That's it for the video, guys. Thank you so much for the love and all the support you guys are giving me. Thank you so much for staying with me and continue helping me grow this channel from the ground up. And those of you who haven't still subscribed yet, I see 80% of you that are watching my content, they haven't subscribed to my channel yet. Please subscribe to my channel. Let's build this channel up. Thank you so much. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.